Hi, thank you for visiting my salon. So today we're actually going to be doing a really special spa treatment. This is completely on the house. I almost never do this, but I was just feeling a really generous mood today and you're my favorite customer. So this will be the most cleansing, beautifying facial you've ever had in your life. I can guarantee that. We're gonna start with just making sure everything is nice and sanitary because we're gonna be doing some deeper work today. Really getting in those pores, really extracting any impurities. You ready? Trust me, this will be the best skin of your life. So this is a really special sanitizer. It is only for skin. It will not cause any damage. It's actually helpful. And it will aid in this whole process. So that's just to make sure there aren't any bacteria that are on the surface of your skin that could get in with the next few treatments. You got it? It feels really good, doesn't it? It also doubles as a moisturizer, actually. So, first thing we're gonna do is just very gently buff away any dead skin cells that might be sitting at the surface. So this brush has a little bit of exfoliant on it. This will just help make the next few steps a little bit easier. All right, I'm gonna rinse that and add just a really light moisturizer. Is it okay if I work on your brows? Just a tiny bit. I'm not gonna mess with the shape at all, but I'm just gonna clean up the edges a little bit. All right, so this will really help soften your skin, prepare it for the next steps. Should leave it baby smooth. It has rose water in it, and it's very purifying. It smells so good, I know. All right, so these tools, as you can see, have never been used. Have you ever had a dermaplaning before? Well, this will be the best dermaplaning of your life. So this is just to really help everything get super smooth. So clearly we can see your skin is in really good condition, but this will help it to be perfect. So what this actually does is it just removes any of those tiny little surface imperfections, irregularities, little bits of peach fuzz, things like that. It'll feel like marble afterwards. So we're just gonna right along your forehead. The moisturizer on this will really help it to just glide. I don't know if you can see all that crud, but that was on your skin, believe it or not. I know. No, you're not gross. Most people have way more. All right. I'm gonna go. Stay very still. All right. Think relaxing thoughts. I'm gonna go on your right cheek first. Should glide super smoothly. You should barely be able to feel it. I know it looks like a blade, but yeah, I used a similar one on a friend once. She described it as feeling like the hand of God. So I had to try it for myself after that. All right, just want to give this a quick rinse. And we're gonna hit the other side. So that rinse I have, similar to what I put on your face at the beginning, it just totally disinfects it. We're huge on being super sanitary here. I really pride myself on that. All right, now I know the hair just right around your jaw and your upper lip is just a little thicker. So I'm actually going to use this one. It's a slightly stronger setting, so to speak. I'm just for the hairs that can be a little bit more resistant. All right, just re-moisturizing. All right, so we're getting this area, which can be a problem spot for just about anybody sometimes. Now, I'm going to talk to you, but don't respond back because I'm going to get your upper lip, okay? Very good. All right, quick spritz. You're glowing right now. All right, here you can use this hand rinsing station I've got. All right. You can just dry your hands off here. There you go. All right, now try touching your skin. Softest it's ever felt, right? All right, just to keep it nice and moisturized and keep that skin barrier healthy, I'm gonna add a little quick bit of serum on top. This is kind of an in-between process because I'm actually, now that the surface is extra clean and dermaplaned, I'm gonna add a nice mud mask. I told you this is the works. For right now, we're gonna sit with that moisturizer. And we're going to do a little bit of eyebrow cleanup. I know you're nervous about someone touching your eyebrows, but your skin should be feeling really soft right now. This is the easiest that the hairs will slip out. It won't be very painful. You might feel a tiny bit of a tug when the tweezers grab the hair. There aren't that many to grab though, so don't worry. Yank. Yeah, I just pulled one out. I told you you wouldn't feel it that much. And you can just close your eyes for this one, okay? Imagine you're at the most relaxing vacation of your life. Whether that's the beach, the forest, your own bedroom. See, I'm already done with the right eyebrow. I'll let you look in the mirror in a second. All right, so this will help with any redness. I'm just gonna dab this on your eyebrows. All right, let's see. I've got a brow conditioner somewhere. That'll also even help with just growing in nice and strong and thick. There it is. All right, just gonna use my pinky to dab that on there. All right, look in the mirror. See? Told you to trust me. All right. So, our next step in this facial will be the ultimate cleansing pink clay mud mask. This is made with salt from the Dead Sea, and it'll be just super beneficial. It'll help draw out any kind of impurities, any yucky things that are stuck in your skin. If it doesn't pull them out completely, at the very least it'll be closer to the surface. All right. And it's a really pretty color. All right. So, as I was saying, it'll bring any impurities to the surface and it'll make make it much easier to extract them. We've already buffed off that top layer of dead skin, so that'll also help. It won't let oils or any bacteria get clogged underneath the dead skin, which happens sometimes. That's another reason that I like to start with the light exfoliation. All right. So we're just gonna let that sit there for a moment. In the meantime, you can relax, zone out a little bit, and let's do just a light hand massage. So I'm gonna start with pressure on the palm of your hand. It'll be right kind of at the meaty part, as well as the back of your hand, sort of near the joint of your wrist. I'm just gonna hold it there. Should feel a little uncomfortable for a second, and then a releasing sensation. You can really press pretty hard there. If you work a lot, you can get a lot of tension in your hands. So this will just really help out with that. All right, relax your hand. I'm just gonna roll your wrists out one way, and then the other. The mask should feel really good right now as it's soaking into your skin. So it hardens as it sits on your skin for a bit. It'll dry and kind of turn almost a flaky texture, and that's when we'll know that it's ready to come off. All right, other hands. So I'm gonna press right on that almost meaty part where it's kind of a combination of the start of your thumb and your palm, and the back of your hand, right where your hand meets your wrist. We're pressing on both of those spots. If just holding on to it feels like too much, you can kind of pulse it. It should feel so good. There's almost this little bony feeling spot right in your hand where it just feels really good when you press on it in the right way. This bone right here. So you want to put pressure there, and then kind of on the opposite side of your hand, right where your hand starts to meet your wrist. It should be almost like a hollow on that side. So just pushing on that. You can even rub your thumb in little circles on it. Feel free to switch sides whenever you want to. Just let me know. All right. And let me add a little moisturizer to your hands while I'm at it. Can't pay all this attention to your face and not your hands. Good. All right, so it looks like that mask is ready to come off. So I'm just gonna soak this glove with warm water. Gently dab it off. Don't wanna rub it off because harsh rubbing can irritate your skin after we've already done a little bit of work on it. We really don't wanna rub it too much. I wanna be super gentle with it. Treat it as delicately as it deserves. All right. So if there's any left, you can just rinse it off in the sink behind you real quick. How's it feel? Really fresh, right? Okay. So I know you told me you've been struggling with some clogged pores lately. I don't really see what you're talking about. I mean, I guess if I lean in. So I really should have done this before the mask, but luckily we didn't get any on your hair. And it looks like the receptionist gave you a headband already. But for right now, I'm gonna just clip your hair back. Don't want any getting in any newly opened spots. So again, this is brand new, never ever been touched before. This is a Blackhead extracting tool. You can see it's even still got the wrapping on it. So I want to be super delicate when it comes to anything like this. Everything was just pulled to the surface by that mask we just did. Stay very still. I do see one. It's right above your eyebrow. Hold still. This pressure is going to hurt for a second, and then it'll feel like a huge relief, okay? All right, just lean your head back into your chair. I don't want any tension in your neck or in your face. Relax the facial muscles. Got it? All right. Whew. We had some stuff come out of there. All right. So I'll just clean that up. Wow, that feels like such a relief though, doesn't it? Okay. Turn your head this way a little bit. Now I do see one right under your right cheekbone. So I'm actually going to prick the very tip. That'll just open it up. I know, this one's gonna hurt. It's okay. You can grab onto my arm, pinch it if you need to. Just don't move your face. Oh my gosh. You should have seen that one. Okay, let me disinfect this one real quick. All right, tilt your head back. So this is an area a lot of people can get clogged pores. Don't feel bad about it, but I do see a few on your chin. All right. That one just needed a really light pressure. You didn't even feel it, right? This one right next to it. All right. These ones are really tiny, so I'm actually gonna switch tools. This one, I'm just able to get a little bit more of a delicate handle on it. Can be good for trickier surfaces. So there's one that's kind of right next to the hook of your nose. So I want you to angle your head this way a little bit. I do want to warn you, this one can be a little bit painful. Okay? We're almost there, okay? 79%. 1 second longer. Oh, wow. It feels so much better now, doesn't it? Yeah, I know. It's just like the biggest relief. All right, there's one more. It's in kind of a random spot. It's actually near your hairline. So sometimes that can happen if you have any kind of sweat buildup that just kind of gets trapped in your hairline, and maybe when you're washing your face, but it's not a hair washing day, or for whatever reason, you just might miss that spot and go to sleep and then wake up with a random pimple on your hairline. So you're gonna just turn your head to the side. This one shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Actually, I can use a bigger one on this. It is pretty wide, but it has a little bit of a head to it, so it'll pop really easily. All right, and there we go. Okay, close your eyes. So, I've got a teeny tiny bit of bleeding, just one spot. Little dab, and it's all gone. Shut your eyes, and I'm going to disinfect everything. All right, we have a tiny bit of redness right now. I think that within the next 5 minutes, it should be all gone. Okay, so we're gonna just let that rest for a second. And I'm gonna do a little bit of moisturizer on your neck in the meantime. So we don't wanna skip out on your neck. So this is a really special aloe containing moisturizer. Should last for 24 hours. Even so, it's worth it to do it morning and evening if you get the chance. I mean, your skin's looking great, but we can all benefit from a little extra TLC sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna start from right under your chin, tapping towards the back of the jawline. And I'm gonna smooth it in, and that'll help to drain any lymphatic fluid buildup. So sometimes we get a kind of swollen look right around here. It can be any kind of reason: stress, lack of sleep, water retention, salt. It's a Tuesday. It's no fault of anyone's, it just happens. So we're gonna smooth that out. And I actually have this wonderful pink quartz roller. And that'll really help here. So I like to bring it up this way. You'll hear a little bit of a crunchy sound, especially if you're not super used to doing it. Don't be alarmed by that. It's good, I swear. Okay? All right, and I'm gonna use this little one just to kind of get all the way up there. Moisturizer just kind of helps it glide a little bit better. Awesome. So now that we've drained it there, we want to make sure the fluid doesn't build up behind your ears. So I'm going to pull it downwards along your neck. And just add a little bit more of that moisturizer. Make sure everything glides really smoothly. All right, and finally, for lymphatic drainage, it's important to get right under the collarbones. Especially you want to get the left collarbone all the way towards your armpit. And that's where you really want the fluid to drain out. I know I'm putting a lot of pressure here. It's good for you. It feels really good, right? I always feel so relaxed. I do this on myself every evening when I get a chance. Whether I'm just reading random news articles, watching videos, something I can do. Kind of feel like I'm doing self-care while I unwind. All right. So it looks like the redness on your face is gone completely. It's good as new. That's really good. So we're just gonna add a really nice restoring moisturizer. It's completely non-scented, especially since we just popped some pimples. We don't want to get any sort of fragrances in there. I'm just gonna tap it on really gently. Always tapping it on, smoothing upwards. That's the way we want to encourage any fluid drainage. Is, you don't want it draining down on your face, weighing it down. You want fluid to drain up and away. So always want to do facial massages or even moisturizer, any kind of thing like that, up and out, away from your face. Let me just wash my hands real quick. So especially the areas where we had any of those pimples, I'm actually just going to put a teeny bit of medicine on them just to make sure everything heals properly. It already looks perfect, but I just want to make sure that we don't get any further irritation there in the next few days. Amazing. I'm glad to hear you're feeling good. All right. So moisture barrier is restored. I'm gonna do a little bit of face rolling with the same roller. So I put this in a special refrigerator that we've got. It should feel really nice and cold right now. And that'll also help with depuffing. So I like to get very gently under the eye area with it. It's a little bit more of a pleasant alternative to putting ice cubes or chilled eye masks there. It just helps with depuffing, can even increase blood flow, get rid of dark circles to an extent. I'm gonna go up the nose, up the forehead, along the cheeks, up the cheekbones as well. And then of course along the jaw. Once more through the collarbones. All right, ready? Let me make sure this is super clean for you. All right, let me dip it in the chiller. It's gonna feel a little cold. It's good for you. I did warn you. But I can already see some circulation improving under your eyes. Those cheekbones. If you roll along your face every day, it'll slowly look more sculpted and defined too, which is another nice bonus. Put along that jaw. Everyone wants a more sharp, chiseled jawline these days. This is one of the secrets to it, especially when it's still really nice and cold. To the other end because that's probably colder right now. Just really get in there. And it's a little bit warmed up now from your body heat, but that's fine for just getting along the collarbones. All right, we are almost done here. I'm just gonna use this brush actually to really gently dab the moisturizer, make sure it gets all over. This one also has some antiseptic properties. Has regenerative qualities. And it should plump your skin up nice and radiant and youthful looking. Not in like an over the top way. Just you after a great night of sleep, which you always get, right? I just want to do a little bit of cream for under your eyes. So the jade roller helped it to depuff a lot, but this cream is also really good for that. It's one of my favorites. Just dab that on there. You need to be super careful with the skin around your eyes. It can get irritated so easily. Some of the thinnest skin on your body. It is the thinnest skin on your face. So we use a different cream there. There you go. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, let me take those clips down. I hope you enjoyed your visit at the salon and spa today. Please make sure to leave a good rating and review, if you had a good experience. And I hope to see you back here. Bye.